Hey Ophiuchus, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all good, having a great day. I'm gonna see what wants to come out, past, present, future energy. If this does resonate, like, share and subscribe. It's always greatly appreciated. First card out, Justice. Some of you, is that you could be recovering from the grief attached to a divorce, going through a separation. There may have been children involved. It feels like this was a very difficult decision to make, whether to stay or to leave a certain situation, a relationship, a family, a community, that you've had to follow what feels right. You may feel like you've let lots of people down in the process, that you've left. People could be feeling abandoned by you, feeling unsettled by the decisions that you're making. It feels like these are very intuitive decisions that you could really be feeling like the bad guy, being seen as the bad guy in some kind of situation. Things will resolve. Trust that things will heal with time. Something here is like things are going to be okay, but let things settle, let the dust settle, let things fall into place naturally, organically. Something wasn't meant to continue. Something had to be released. It's like the weight was too heavy. Something was preventing you from doing something you're here to do, living in a way you're here to live, expressing yourself in a way you're here to express yourself. It feels like there's been a lot of emotion attached to this. If this isn't a divorce, it feels like just coming away from something that you've been attached to for a long time, emotionally attached to. It does feel like some kind of codependency, that kind of energy. How you see yourself, the world. What's coming through this is like an energy of victory, laurel leaf energy. It's like taking the world with you, creating the world as you go, the world in your hands, making something out of nothing. Feels like you're determined, you're disciplined, you are driven to go after what you truly want. There is no stopping you. It feels like a tunnel vision energy. It's like you know what's meant for you. You know what's right. You know what feels right. You know what feels good. You know what's the right thing to do. Moving in the place of like the highest good for yourself, the highest good for everyone when you're following your intuition. It does feel like having to disappoint many people or letting people have the wrong idea of you. It's like they'll see it when they see it. Right now, it's like it could be heartbreaking, this dissatisfaction, being judged or being seen a certain way or being let down in a certain way. It feels like it's an opportunity for you to fill your own cup, for you to fill in the gap, fill in the missing pieces. It's like as those things leave you, to fill those spaces up with self. As much as this is uncomfortable, it's strengthening you, it's preparing you for something you've always dreamed of, this adventure. It's a dream come true. Chariot, 9 of Cups. Death. The Star. It feels like you could be shedding a lot, clearing a lot. Feels like this is will be showing in your physical appearance. Transcending something here. Chariot, Star, Death. First page it's opened up on is the Princess of Cups, page 143. I feel guided to read this, I'm not sure why. I'm going to move on to the Star afterwards. A fey and charming child, the Princess of Cups lives with her devoted family in a beautiful kingdom by the sea. Her dreamy poetic nature and sense of fancy lead her to spend many hours gathering seashells and ribbons and pink glass beads, which she uses to fashion intricate talismans of love and romance. At times impressionable and naive, often deeply affected by the words or deeds of others, this emotional princess is nonetheless willing at any moment to bandage a broken wing, pick the brightest, freshest flowers for the palace sick room, or spin the perfect towel to banish the shadows of a nightmare. Gentle and kind, she will be the first to impart news of a romantic or creative nature, and her messages always inspire hope and delight. Something come through for me, has been coming through for me, but it's coming through here about connecting to nature, connecting to flowers, maybe looking into herbology. I went for a walk through the park today and there was this most beautiful elderberry bush with the elderflowers, and elderflowers are one of my favourite things, and whenever I go out or I go to eat somewhere with family or whatever, I always want like elderflower, but it's always like that fake syrup with, or they have it with like lemonade. There's never like a fresh like tonic or something that's just natural. And I saw the elderflowers and I was on the phone to my girl and she was like, you can't take it from there, you're not allowed to. I was like, oh my goodness, like you've took all the trees, guys, and now the trees that you've got we're not allowed to touch. But there's something about flowers, maybe edible flowers, connecting to them for different reasons. Maybe it's not something so in terms of like health, maybe in terms of just a feeling. Like there's a sensuality about them. And even just how each one has different properties, different benefits, can create a change. I'm on like a few, however many days it is, how many times I've done this, stop buying coffee from the coffee shop, dodgy coffee, chemical coffee, chemical milk stuff. Like I'm trying to come off that again. So it's been a minute, I haven't gone for a few days or however long it's been. So I've been having this little minty beverage. I don't know if you can see the ring light is right there. But it's like frozen pineapple, loads of fresh mint and the juice of a lime, just with water. But you can mix so many different things in there. And it's funny because I've been experimenting with different things since I was a child like this. I've always made concoctions and I've always enjoyed that. But I still doubt their power, like the power of nature. I made this drink the other day, and as soon as I drank it, it was like, yeah, like I feel a boost. It's like I feel revitalized. The mint has quite like a snapping feeling. It's like a wake up, a bit like how coffee has that kick. But then after I had it, I was like, oh, why am I even doing this? What a waste of time. Am I even getting anything out of it? Like the mint's barely touching. Like I've been guided to make it. Like my intuition knew I should have this drink. My guides are like, yes, have the drink. This is beneficial. I drank it, it felt great. Then I started trying to look for reasons why it's a waste of time, why it's no good. Why I might as well just have the coffee instead. And like, who am I fooling? Like this is really doing nothing. And then they guided me to a video of Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's going through his fridge, and in his fridge he's got this big jar of water with like mint, and I was like, oh well, if Cristiano is good enough, Cristiano, well yeah, then I'll have it. It's like, oh, really? Like, you intuitively knew to be drinking this, but until you see like some kind of external validation that you're encouraged to continue with it. It's like something you do is just your way. Maybe there isn't anything to confirm. Maybe it seems a little weird. Maybe it seems a little off key. That difference between universal law and law. It's like, if I had picked a little bit of elderflower, would I have gotten a problem for it? Probably not. Divinely protected. It's like, what's the intention? Do what feels right. Follow your gut. Don't let outside opinion throw you off. I didn't pick the elderflower because what my friend said, and then it installed fear. I couldn't be bothered to keep drinking this until I see that an athlete was drinking it, and then it was like, oh, okay, external validation. It's like, but what about if you was committed to your ideas, as committed to what you want to do, and you fully took action, you jumped in with both feet without any kind of external validation, without waiting for the green light, without waiting for that go ahead, without being sure in terms of having some kind of external logical evidence to confirm that you're doing the right thing. It's like, follow your feeling, trust in the feeling, trust in the feeling, trust in your instincts. There's a huge transformation taking place here. This may stem, even that thing of being scared of the fear of authority, of picking a flower. I can't handle it as well. Oh, don't go there, girl. Don't go there. I'm going to go there. I'm going there. The camera's everywhere. You can't even walk anywhere. Now, I'm glad that I've got through many different anxieties and healed certain things that come from trauma before today, and my awareness of what is going on. Because if someone was following me around with a camera, like, there was a time where if a friend took a photo of me and I hadn't given them permission, I wasn't ready, I would skip out, because it's like an invasion of privacy. You're disrespecting my boundaries. And it's like everywhere we turn. And even now they've got the vans and they like watch facial recognition and all that stuff. It's just like, but if someone was following you around with a camera, like you're on a reality show, like, you would tell them to move. But it's like every street, every park, there's eyes on you. It's a little creepy. Even now when I go outside, like when I leave my house, even local to me, it's like I can't even get out on my road and there's like cameras talking to me. You are being recorded. And I was getting so mad, like, it's hard to walk past the camera without just like flipping the middle finger. It's like, like every time. You are on camera. You are being recorded. And then I thought, you know what, actually, when I started to deep it and look around, it's like, I started to get annoyed with this house. It's like, why you got this thing talking at me, man? Like, I don't want a robot talking to me when I'm walking down my road. Like, I don't need this. Like, it's a family home. Like, it's been peaceful my whole life. Like, what is all this technology? And then I thought, well, hang on a minute. At least this woman's announcing it. Like, because when I look out, like, everyone has them. And it's like they're right on people's doors that go look straight through people's windows, straight through people's front doors. Bro, get me out of here. I'm just so triggered with everything right now. It's like I just don't want to know none of it. I don't want technology in my life. And it's like, well, you're gonna cut off your nose to spite your face because this is where we're heading. You best adapt. You best get with it. But it's like, I really just don't want to. Like, the smallest things, and I'm triggered at the moment. Even in terms of, I was sorting something out, like, for business, and the guy that's like checking things for me, he flipped my the way that I receive my letters, from manually being delivered to my house to receiving them online. And I just, like, without my permission, I got a notification saying, oh, this has been changed, you'll now receive it. And I'm like, what? Like, it's taking this out of my hands. Obviously, sooner or later, it's all going to be online. I just can't. Even like my 80, I'm going on a rant, but I'm going. Even my 80-year-old neighbour, she, like, it's just ridiculous what they're having to go through. It's like, even in terms of like banks closing, it's like they've got no one to speak to, things are happening, things coming out their account, they've got no way of sorting things out. It's just mad. But again, as I keep being reminded, you can't complain about what's already been created. It's like, it's there, this is how things run, this is what's going down. You participate in what you want to participate in. But it's like, regardless of all of that, even if there was a million and zillion cameras over the elderflower bush, if I took a little elderflower, it's like, there would have been some hitch, some technical hitch. They all went down for that second, or it's like, just trust. Like, no one's bothered. Like, trust. Like, you are divinely protected. Do what you feel right. That thing, again, of universal law and man-made law, is like, I'm not saying about doing something wrong or doing something like that. I'm talking about in the fear of things. Like, be mindful of any programming that prevents you from fully doing what you feel called to do, what you feel guided to do. Trust yourself. Trust you know what's right. Trust you know right from wrong. Move in integrity. Two. Page 109, number 17, the star. The star illustrates spiritual and creative expression. With this card comes enlightenment and peace, illumination of your soul's purpose, and recognition of your talents and artistic potential. This is the mythology of guardian angels, fairy godmothers, and granted wishes. With the star, you experience both sides of the story, as benefactor and recipient. This card finds you influencing others to positive ends, bringing to light some altruistic or humanitarian ideal, or finding the proper channels through which to begin pursuing your life's work. The star heralds a time where potential becomes actuality and dreams become real. Chariot. I swear one flipped over. Where is it? Am I tripping? I don't think one done a jumpy jump. Oh, he did. Look who it is, man. Hierophant. And the Page of Cups fell on the floor. I think that's a sign what to do with this. Oh, let that go. It's like, there's no time for that. Hold your inner child's hand and 1, 2, 1, 2. Time to take charge. Feels like it's a time to find strength in vulnerability. It's a time to embrace not knowing, the unknown. A time to that kind of think in light of yourself and deeply of the world. I know that's not I can't think of the exact. It does feel like there's lots of situations coming towards you so you can hash out certain fears, getting to the root of something. Once this is cut, once this is cleared, it's like there's no stopping you. It really does feel like the root of all fears, or the root of certain things that you've attracted, certain relationships, certain situations. Judgment. The final call. The Magician. Strength. Don't rush for no one. There's something about don't rush for no one. Move at your pace. You feel to move quick, you have an idea, you want to jump into something, you feel to create something, spontaneous energy. Try and take action on that. Maybe before even letting anyone know what you're doing. It's like outside energy can throw things off. Don't check to, like, in terms of seeking validation to see if to get the go ahead. It's like, do what feels right to you. If you feel to rest, rest. If you feel called to go, go. Trust yourself. Trust the way you're creating things. Trust the way you're running things. Trust the reason why you're doing things. It's like you could be making more progress in more progressed. You could be making more progress in rest state than in go state. It's like you could see people doing a lot. You could feel like you're doing less, but you could feel like you're moving ahead in a more seamless way. It's like doing more doesn't necessarily mean doing better. Having more doesn't necessarily mean doing better. Don't be fooled. A lot of people got a lot of shit going on and got a lot of things going on, but it's like they ain't really got anything going on. Very victorious energy. I'm getting an image of the workout video that I do, and there's this run in it where it's like, yeah, and you like got the V with your hands, like victory. It's like something you've attained, something you're creating, something that you are working on, shifting. This is something that no one can take away from you. This isn't something that can be bought. This isn't something that can be duplicated. Now I'm hearing Crowning Glory, which is a song from Princess Diaries, which I don't really want to even talk about this. But something about that'll be your crowning glory your whole life through. The most glorious part of you. Your heart of gold. Your heart of gold, I love the best. That'll be your crowning glory. Yeah. It's like you can't be bought. There is not that you can't be bought with everything or with nothing. With material, with no material. You know, it's like there's a knowing that you belong. There's an understanding of yourself, moving in sovereignty, knowing your worth, soul level kind of shit. This is it's a very unstoppable energy. It's like nothing can be taken from you. You can take everything from you and you're still complete. It's like one thing fails, do it again. It's like you are your blueprint. Three of Pentacles. There's nothing you can't overcome. I'm going to cry. It feels emotional. Six of Wands, the Sun. It feels like you've moved on from a situation that you never thought you'd be able to overcome, or you never saw a brighter day, or you never thought that something would be able to be. You never thought you'd be free of something. You'd never thought, it's like a day has come that you didn't think would come, or a day is coming that you didn't think would ever arrive, or it's here and maybe you haven't registered that because there's too much inner conflict from residue of the past. But things are changing as emotions process, as things settle. Guys. Pain into power. 9 of Wands, the Sun. I'm writing some music at the moment. I've been writing for a while, but I'm writing some music and there's a line in it, something about pain into power and a pretty penny, and how forgiveness got me rich. And there's something here about that your physical reality, there's a vitality, there's an abundance, there's a lightness, a bliss, a joy. Things can flow. Feels like clearing abundance blocks, things coming in, feeling like you can breathe easy. Releasing the weight of the past, releasing the burden, forgiving yourself, accepting things for how they are in this moment. That thing of forgiveness is the fact. Forgiveness is accepting that we can't change the past. Free, free, free. 9 of Pentacles. There is a message coming through of support, of encouragement, of... It's like you could be connecting to past loved ones. It feels like a grandmother. That it's okay. It's reassurance. You're not alone. Don't be scared of your feelings. Don't be scared of your emotions. It's through these emotions that you are going to... It's like these emotions are the portal to this new life, to this new world. We only go as high as the depths that we go, as low as we go. It's like things are lifting, things are... There's a lot of success here. Feels like it could be in terms of like something worldwide or public recognition. We've got the Moon on the back of the deck. Powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. The Moon, number 18. Interesting. These 2 cards just flew out of the middle of the deck. And then I'm pretty sure these are the same 2 cards that come out for Cappy. Maybe check that read if you feel guided to. We've got the Sun and 14, which is like temperance, energy, balance. So take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there is no need to rush. We've got the Sun, number 19, plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Could be seeing lots of 2s. Again with the berries on here and the sunflowers. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Fairy godmother energy. Be grateful, you have much to celebrate. We've got the Lovers, number 6. True love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart, a return to good health. The Lovers. We're seeing lots of 3s. One more, please. It's a very stable energy coming through. This person doesn't play around. They're very to the point. They're very clear. You're going to know where you stand. It feels like coming out of some kind of overthinking, some kind of negative headspace. You're going to be gaining clarity when it comes to your romantic situation, when it comes to your relationship. Whatever this is, this person's about to take action. You could be receiving some kind of physical gift. Someone's about to speak their truth. Somebody's very excited to reach out to you, to share with you how they feel, but it feels like slightly nervous. Nervous energy, wanting things to be just so, just right. Some of you, it's like you sensing someone coming in, but feeling like you're not good enough, or you don't have enough, or you're not up to scratch in some way to receive this love. There could be some work going on around this spiritually in terms of opening your heart, realization of your own worth, knowing that you're deserving. You could see a lot of your own narrative stories being highlighted to you, maybe through other people, in terms of different beliefs, maybe limiting beliefs, things that hold you back, things that you tell yourself. Maybe like, oh, you haven't got time for this right now, or you're focused on that. But it's like, is it an excuse? Is it a way of avoiding what you truly desire? It feels like this is coming to light. It could feel quite uncomfortable, because it feels like there's some kind of, the way that you're relating to love, it feels like the way that you're relating to love in the present has been created from past hurt. That you may be seeing love through some kind of lens of pain because of how someone treated you in the past, or it's like a defense mechanism, a protection mechanism. Maybe you just put all your energy into your work, into yourself, into something to avoid heartbreak. Maybe that's just become the dominant feeling, the dominant focus. It feels like to be vulnerable, to open yourself up, to even be open to receive this offer, that there needed to be some awareness brought around how you truly feel, what you truly want. Because it's like it feels like you could have been putting something off to a later date. It's like there is no later date. The time is now. Life's too short. It's now or never. Don't deceive yourself that it's like that you're not ready. It's like you've been ready. You've been good enough. 444. Feels like it can be hard. It could be hard coming out of this illusion because of how long you've been in it. Feeling some regret of how long you've pushed maybe community away or love away or whatever it is. But this is changing. This person's coming in. This is something for the long term. That's the idea they have there. It's like they're in it, all in kind of energy. Ophiuchus. Oh yay, we got a new one. I haven't had this one yet, and this is, I love this. The Cheshire Puss. Not pulled this card before, not seen this artwork before. Oh. And we've got a girl or a snake. I love the art on these cards. Some of these pieces remind me a little bit of Jim Burns' work, which I've been obsessed with since I was at school. I come across one of his books at school and it just took me into another world. Page number 29, the Cheshire Puss. After leaving the Duchess's house, Alice met the most peculiar cat ever. Long claws, a many-toothed grin, and an unpleasant habit of appearing and disappearing. As the girl asked the animal for directions, the Cheshire Puss gave enigmatic, if not totally absurd, answers that left poor Alice even more perplexed. Meaning, you are pushed to your limits and have to face completely irrational people or situations. Stay cool. Don't allow anyone to destabilize you. The answer you seek is and always has been within you. You are your own compass, and you don't need the wacky advice of those who take a malicious pleasure in tripping you up. Key question: when things become too ludicrous, are you able to let go and move on, or do you strive to get the sense of it all, no matter what? 52. Curiosity killed the cat. What's coming through this is use your intuition. It's like some things are to be left alone, some things aren't. It feels like you could be putting pieces together, puzzle pieces, certain things, how things have gone, how things are going, trying to build evidence in your head in terms of what this person's up to, what this person's intentions are, why such and such happened this way, or getting some kind of download about this person's done this and then waiting for them to prove that they've done the thing that you already know they've done. It's like, it is what it is, you know what you know. Some things, it's not even about you. What you focus on grows. It's like, choose where and what you're being curious about. Is it a waste of energy? Is it out of distraction? Is it out of boredom? Or is it actually something you feel called to look into or to question? Number 12, a girl or a snake, page number 26. In the story, following the caterpillar's advice, Alice tasted some bites of mushroom which made her shrink and grow excessively. As a giant, her long neck extended far above the surrounding trees, to the point that a pigeon took her for a snake. Though Alice tried to explain that despite the misleading appearances, she was actually a little girl, the pigeon stuck to its first impression and kept thinking Alice was a serpent. Meaning, some people around you are mistaken about who you really are and genuinely take you for what you are not. In their defense, maybe you are not being clear enough about your goals and values, which leads to misinterpretations. Be more explicit if you expect to be understood a little better. Key question: do you sometimes, perhaps unconsciously, allow people to have doubts and uncertainties about who you really are? Page number 26. What's coming through with that is just how your own perspective and really being in an open-hearted place, being aware of your own tendencies, your own why, your own intentions when communicating with others, maybe when triggered by others. Some of you, it feels like really not caring that it's like knowing that somebody thinks a certain way about you, or they have certain expectations of you, or they think you're a certain way. So even though you're not that way, that's the way that you present yourself to them. Maybe out of habit, maybe this stems from some kind of people pleasing, maybe this stems from actually really not caring and like recycling that feeling of hurt. Be mindful this isn't some kind of trauma bond. It's like if you know for a fact somebody's lied to you, and then you try and get them to tell you the truth, and they just keep lying to you over and over again. It's like if you don't accept being lied to, then it's like the first time you're lied to this and you explain yourself, or even just the first time you take yourself out of the equation, it's like this isn't your standard. But it's like following the person around that lied to you, that's continuously lying to you, trying to get them to tell the truth. And it's like each time you try and get them to tell the truth, they say another lie, which kicks you in the gut in the same place you were just kicked. It's like, it feels like that there could be some kind of addiction to this emotion that is kind of a relief. Like we become addicted to the things that we feel the most often, even if they're not good for us, even if we don't enjoy them. Sometimes it can be relief, like a relief in the pain, like an adrenaline in the pain, and adrenaline in that trauma bond. Yeah, throat chakra, setting boundaries. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. My integrity is supported when I express my thoughts and feelings. I am aware of excessively wanting to please others. I will maintain and grow my personal power by saying yes when I mean yes and no when I want to say no. I speak up for myself and I set boundaries regarding other people's behaviour. I do this by asking for what I do want, such as respect, patience, tolerance and support, rather than telling them what I don't want. Intuitive perception, third eye. I know what my intuitive senses tell me are true. I open myself to the truth that is within and around me, and I know that it is there for me to receive. I practice developing my intuition, and I know that it is a major aspect of who I am. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. I feel like I'm moving slow this read. 54 minutes, no medicine card, no angel card. Shenanigans. Number 69. Rochelle. Blessed with strength and energy, he acts charitably towards those closest to him, and has a great capacity for soothing the suffering of loved ones. He has a magnificently inventive mind and a strong family mission to fulfill, blessed with strong intuition manifested through his analytical intelligence. He is detached from impulse and from materialistic tendencies, planet the moon, attribute all-seeing God, reasons for invoking, to help us locate lost or stolen objects, to influence the fame and fortune of lawyers and magistrates, page number 47. He adapts easily and has a great will to learn. He is unafraid of facing testing situations, knowing that when he loses in the physical plane, he is gaining something in the spiritual. Just went to put this down. I was guided to read that part there, which is actually for the reversed meaning of the card, but I was guided to read that. He is unafraid of facing testing situations, knowing that when he loses in the physical plane, he is gaining something in the spiritual. Page number 47. Armadillo, setting boundaries. Kind of jealous of all you guys that comment that see armadillos wandering around where you live, because there ain't no armadillos around here. And this little card is all that I have for my armadillo friends. And I really want to see one. Number 28, boundaries. Something else is coming through with this cat and the armadillo here about people, some certain energies around you could just be nosy. I'm just going to say it as it is because I want to hurry up with the time. But certain energies around you could be nosy. It feels like there's new love coming in. This feels like soulmate energy. For some of you, it could be twin flame energy. You could be seeing 6-9 a lot. It feels like this person coming in is going to be someone you're going to be with for the long term. Someone you're going to be settling with. It's family energy. It's very sacred. It's something you want to cherish. Certain energies that maybe you would dabble into now, it feels like you're not going to want to dabble in these energies when you have certain things around you, when you've started to create some kind of family, or you've created this community, or you've met this person. It's like a blessing, something you're going to want to protect energetically. Things are being cleared out the way. Believe people when they show you who they are the first time. If someone's not ready to move at your rate, it's like, it doesn't mean, it's no hard feelings. It is what it is. Make sure you're doing what's right for you. And it does feel like there is a lesson here. You're going to have to set boundaries with people. They're not going to be happy about it. It's going to be uncomfortable. Sovereignty over reputation. It is what it is. You may have to come across as the bad guy. Again, maybe check Cappy's reading. Something about this come up in Cappy's reading. It feels like you could have some curious people around you, but again, for curious, not necessarily for the right reasons, maybe just out of boredom, maybe just because of some kind of unhappiness within themselves. I don't know. It feels like you're aware of this, you have sympathy for these energies. Like you understand, like you want to help certain energies, but it feels like the energies you could be trying to help are pulling you down. It's like you can't help those that don't want to be helped. It feels like somebody's heart's just shut off. This could be more than one person. When I'm saying about this, it feels like friendship, acquaintances. Sucker, hi man. I got a bowl of lemon oil down here. I dropped the card in it. Fresh. Moon in Capricorn. Put aside emotional concerns and focus on achieving or increasing financial security. 1 hour on the clock. Let me head out of here, man. Right. Have a great day, guys. Sending so much love.